Hello, hello. Welcome. Today's
Hey,
Tuesday.
hey,
Hey, Jonathan.
how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Awesome. Can't complain. Can't complain. I'm here on the call with you, so it's a good time.
Today's Tuesday, so that means another masterclass here at the HubSpot Super Admin. We always want to make sure you know that we love you, and we're coming from a place of love here. So today, masterclass is hosted inside Discord. If you want to chat, head over to Discord, and you can chat with us in the Chit Chat channel. You can jump on here live with us and ask Jonathan a question by going to the masterclass channel, both of which are available in Discord. So, what is HubSpot Super Admin? We're a community of HubSpot users who do HubSpot things. So that can mean a array of stuff. If you want to talk more about that, head over to Discord and DM me and we can chat. At the end of the day, in Discord, we are connecting with each other because we're a community of people and we're collaborating on the things that we're doing day to day, whether it's getting the most out of our portal, setting up a sequence, outlining a workflow, or simply trying to diagnose why all of these duplicates exist. I'm sure no one's ever experienced that before. This masterclass series is one way that we're collaborating, and it's all about getting that pattern recognition for each of us as super admins so that we know when in the future to click install. If there's an integration or if there's an app out there that can do what we're trying to do, but we simply don't know about it, then we can't click install on it. And that's what the masterclass aims to answer. With us today, we have Jonathan. Say hi again, Jonathan.
Hey, hey.
Jonathan, you and your picture currently. Let's bring you up and say hey. They're both solid. It's so good.
Thank you.
Uh,
Thank you.
Jonathan is over at A8. He's the product support specialist. And A8 Labs is the development division of Aptitude 8. So we can hear more about that. All of you know Aptitude 8, the awesome partner agency with HubSpot. They also build stuff. And so anyone who's building stuff at Aptitude 8 works at A8 Labs. And we're going to see one today. Jonathan's going to run us through. And you'll see more throughout the coming weeks because they have a lot of them. With that, Jonathan, I will give you the floor.
Awesome. Hey, everyone. Yeah, so today we're going to go over Zaybra. Zaybra is the go-to Stripe to HubSpot integration. We decided to go ahead and make Zaybra because we needed it for ourselves internally. We use both Stripe and HubSpot, both great. As you know, HubSpot, of course, is the best. But there was no good integration for it, and we needed a way to manage our subscriptions and see our data from Stripe directly within HubSpot. So yeah, we created Zaybra. So I'll go ahead and kind of dive into it. We like to think of it as kind of three different parts. So Zaybra, you have the actions that you can take inside of HubSpot. I'll go over those in a little bit more detail. But basically, you can create transactions, payment links, refunds, pause subscriptions, so on. Next, you have timeline events. So any events that happen within Stripe automatically get synced to your HubSpot, to the contact. So you can actually create workflows off of this. And then the next is reporting, which I'll dive into a little bit later. But to kind of get started, Zaybra is super easy to set up. All you need is maybe like 10, 15 minutes and your Stripe API keys. So once you install Zaybra, which you can just do in the app marketplace, you simply go enter in your Stripe API keys, and then you can map your products from Stripe and HubSpot. So what happens when you do this is with some of the previous Stripe to HubSpot integrations, whenever you would send a quote with a Stripe payment link on there, it would always create a net new Stripe product whenever that person made the purchase. And people don't like that because then it messes up all your data and you have hundreds of duplicate products within Stripe, which is not fun. So by mapping your products, what you can do is you can actually create deals within HubSpot and create a custom quote with a Stripe payment directly on the quote, where the customer can enter in their payment information, and that automatically creates a subscription or transaction within Stripe. So we make it super easy to map those products. All you have to do is choose your HubSpot product and choose the matching Stripe product, hit that, and then you can hit next and continue on. The next page is just a sync page. Whenever you're ready, you can just sync it with your HubSpot. It'll backfill all of your data. So if you have previous subscriptions that have been created within Stripe, will all get brought over. Now, depending on what HubSpot tier you're on, if you're on Enterprise, we bring all of your subscriptions over in the form of custom objects. And on those custom objects, there's a bunch of properties, all which are within Stripe that get brought over. So you can see, let me click on a different. So we click on this one. We can see the subscription ID, when it was created, the amount, which would be like the MRR, the billing cycle, end date, and so on. You can see the subscription status. So whether it's paused, whether it's a ongoing active subscription, or if it's maybe they've missed a payment, and that'll all show up under this status, which means you can build workflows off that. It means you can build reports off that. It even shows the total transaction count for that subscription. So how many billing cycles have they gone through? Now, if you do not have Enterprise, we create these subscriptions under deals. It has all the same properties, just in its own deal property group. And we do create a separate pipeline called Zaybra Pipelines, which allows you to separate those Stripe subscriptions from the rest of your deals for easier reporting and to, of course, keep things nice and tidy. Now, if you do have Enterprise, we also give you the option to bring over transactions. So basically, these transactions are anytime a payment or anything goes on within Stripe, it gets synced here. So you can see all the information on that subscription. You can see here just some information about it. And you can also see like refunds. So if you issued a refund, you can use that, which is really cool because you can use this in reporting. So like right here, I created just a super simple report dashboard, all using the data brought over from Stripe through Zaybra. So you can see here, I can see my weekly transactions, my MRR, new MRR this month, last month's MRR. You can see churn, MRR per customer. And the cool thing is we're going to roll up all the subscription and transaction data up to the customer or to the company level. So let's say you have like Coca-Cola as one of your clients, but maybe they have a bunch of different people in the company that are handling subscriptions. You can't see an overview of how much MRR or how much value you're getting from Coca-Cola. So we're going to roll up all that information to the company level for even easier reporting and transparency, and to save you a lot of time and make things a lot easier on you. Now to dive into the actions, as you can see here, Zaybra also creates this CRM card in the side. This top card just kind of gives you a general overview of the customer. It shows their total MRR, their name within Stripe, and you can actually click this link and it'll take you directly to their customer page within Stripe. Now what it does allow you to do as well is you can create like Stripe transactions or payment links. So let's say I just got an email from someone who wants to start a subscription. What I can do, hit Stripe payment link, and once this loads, it'll allow you to choose products and create an invoice or payment link directly on the go. So you can see here, let's say I want to start an invoice, and I can choose the products I want here, and I can choose the quantity. So let's say they want Warzone. I'll go ahead and add that here, and I can hit generate invoice. And since I'm creating an invoice, this will actually create the subscription. So I'll go ahead and copy this and kind of show you what it looks like. The invoice looks like. Let that load here. Well, I don't know if it'll load right now, but we'll go ahead and jump back over here. So you can go ahead and see right here, I just started the subscription for Warzone, and that showed directly up within here. So one thing is we use webhooks to communicate back and forth, so everything is updated live. And so, for example, on this create transaction, if I click on this, all of the data that's going to load up on this page is being pulled directly from Stripe. So if you were to add a new product within Stripe, that would immediately show up here. So with this create transaction, you can also add discounts, percentage or dollar. You can also add any coupons that you have within Stripe. If it's a new customer, you can enter in their card information, or if they want to use a different card. If it's a customer that has a saved card within Stripe, you can actually click use save payment method and choose one of their previous cards. Now, all of these are Stripe elements, so all of this information is being pushed directly to Stripe and being pulled directly from Stripe. So it's all Stripe compliant. And then to kind of hop over to these timeline events, as you can see here, this new subscription that I just started, it automatically updated here. And what's cool about this is it allows you to create automations based off of it. I'm sure all of you are familiar with workflows. So these timeline events allow you to create different maybe email sequences or whatnot simply by going in here and choosing your enrollment workflow. And you can see here we have all of these different Zaybra options here. So let's say anytime a transaction is failed, it'll show different information on it. So you can do if the amount is maybe greater than X amount, or you can say a new subscription has been created for the product Warzone, and by using that you can create whatever sequences you want from that. And then to kind of hop over, let's see. So one other thing is whenever you create a payment link through Zaybra, that payment link will show up not only in this event history right here, but under a contact field within the customer, which will show the most recently created payment link for that customer. So you can use that as a personalized token if you're sending out emails for payment links. And then to hop over, let's see, I think I went over the dashboard. I think that's the general overview of Stripe. Actually, so with ongoing subscriptions, you can go in here and you can say, hey, maybe they want another seat for this subscription. You can go in and hit update Stripe subscription. And you can say, maybe they want to add a new product, or maybe they want to add some more seats to it. You can choose to prorate the changes, or invoice, or immediately cut off the current, or immediately restart the billing cycle today. And so you have different options for prorating the updates. And then if you want to cancel a subscription, it's super easy as well. And refunds, super easy. You can click on refunds and it'll show all of your recent transactions, and using that you can go in here and easily issue a refund. So maybe someone calls in and they had a big issue and they want a refund. You can go in here and just hit refund. Same thing with pausing subscriptions. The UI looks pretty much pretty similar. So And then we have a couple other features we're working on. We're quickly iterating on Zaybra. We're listening to what our customers want, what they need, and their use cases. And so we're going to be constantly changing Zaybra to match those use cases, adding different features. For example, within about a week, we should be coming out with a workflow action to create dynamic payment links. So you can say, if someone filled out this form and they chose this and that and X, Y, and Z, then create a payment link, Stripe payment link, and email it to that customer. Or maybe they joined a webinar and buy any products after that. You can use Zaybra to create those, or the dynamic payment links to send out email automations to all the people that maybe joined the webinar but didn't buy any. So that's kind of the general overview of Zaybra. We do have some other stuff coming out, happy to answer any questions.
Jonathan, fantastic. Thanks for sharing this with us. The dynamic payment link at the end, that's crazy.
Yep.
For you to say something like, so all of a sudden I imagine someone's filling out a form on a landing page. Once they fill out that form, they might opt into a subscription that is now a dynamic link that they've only received. So then I can report on that entire process I've tracked them through. Is that accurate?
That sounds, yeah. So I'm not 100% sure on the reporting part, but I'm sure someone can figure out a way, and I'm sure if we explore that exact use case, that is definitely something that's possible. So I don't want to make any false promises, but I know we're some smart people. You're smart. There's a bunch of smart people in this call. We're providing some of the tools for it, and whether we figure it out or someone else using Zaybra, yeah, I think it's definitely possible.
Heard. Can you talk to us a little bit about, on the front end, Jonathan, the use case itself? So Stripe is a great product, and HubSpot's a great product. Why do I need Zaybra when I have these two great products?
Yeah, so that actually brings up a good point I forgot to mention. With Zaybra, it comes with a certain amount of seats. So you can control how many people within your HubSpot can actually use the actions, the Zaybra actions. So how many people can create transactions, pause subscriptions, that kind of thing. So a lot of the people that we're talking to are wanting to make HubSpot their source of truth. And they don't want to have their Stripe reporting all within Stripe. They want to be able to see that all within HubSpot. They want to see an easy look into their customers, how much that customer is spending. So we have a lot of people in sales or customer support. Like myself, Zaybra is like a lifesaver. It's going to save me hours because I'm constantly having to switch in between HubSpot, then I have to open up Stripe. I have to get the credentials to log in because that's one thing with Stripe. You don't have users HubSpot, so you have to share those passwords, and a lot of companies don't like that. That can be seen as kind of security issues. So
Jonathan, to get the most, I want to succinctly say the first thing I heard you say was you can manage the permissions of the access to Zaybra within HubSpot. Is that correct?
So you can do it within our portal. So is my screen still sharing here?
It is.
Awesome. Yeah. So this page looks a little wonky right now because this is one of our QA accounts, so it looks a little funky. But yeah, within here, you can simply, all of these emails within here are going to be your users within HubSpot. So we automatically sync all of your users directly here. And so you can go in and say, hey, I want to give Connor access to it. You hit license, update permissions, and he can now use those actions. Let's say, hey, I don't want Dax using those anymore. I'm gonna block him from using those actions, and you can hit update permissions. So you can choose who actually makes those actions. Anyone can see of course, subscriptions, any of the thing in the CRM card. They just can't use any of the actions.
All right, all right. So the data will be there. You can see it. What you can manage
Yep.
is the ability to create, let's say, a subscription link or a payment
Yep.
link or cancel or update a payment.
Yeah. So pretty much they'll be able to see all of this information in the Zaybra CRM card, but they won't be able to use this action button. So these
Understood. All right.
action buttons are basically going to be, I don't know, they won't even be there pretty
All
much.
right.
So they won't
So
be able to do anything.
you can manage user permissions on what you can do using Zaybra. I'm guessing you're going to get even more granular. So it's not a yes, no. It'll be you can make them, but you can't cancel them. Maybe you can make and cancel, but you can't offer a discount or you can't do a refund. So I'm guessing that's going to be in the future. And then the second thing you said was talking about how it is that you integrate the two. Because my question was I have these two great apps, but Zaybra really brings it together into one. And I love
Yep.
that because I'm already in a customer record or I'm already in a company record. And so, can I just do those actions for this great Stripe app I've integrated? Can I just do those on that record? And the answer now is yes.
Correct. Yep. No more switching back and forth. No more making sure you have the right customer within Stripe. None of that. It's all right there. It's all visible. It's all, you can report off it now within HubSpot, which is people dream of that from what we've been hearing from customers.
Okay,
So,
so then the other thing,
yeah.
Jonathan, would be one UI. I also can now have native reporting in HubSpot, and I don't have to share passwords with all of my team. They have access to
Yep.
HubSpot, so they have access to Stripe.
Correct. Yep.
Love it.
Spot on.
This is
Yep.
great.
Yeah, and yeah, to kind of speak with like the permissions and get more granular. Yeah, we're like I've said earlier, we're going to be constantly improving Zaybra. We'll have bigger launches, V2 coming out, maybe in a couple months, and with that's going to come some of those big changes that you'll see. So we're constantly listening to our customers, figuring out what they want, so we can make those, if they want custom permissions in this way, we want to figure out that if we create it, we're creating it the way that's going to be most useful for everybody.
All right, so the other update you gave, which was a new feature coming, workflow actions to dynamic payment links, I got pretty excited about. What other things based on your current, it is June 21st. Maybe let's take a big step back here, Jonathan. June 21st. When did you guys launch?
So I don't remember the exact date, but think it was about I think it was about 3 weeks ago, almost exactly 3 weeks ago. So we've only been out for a couple weeks.
So a couple weeks in, you already have feedback and things on the roadmap that you want to update and change and do better with. The core functionality is there. What are some other, in the past 3 weeks, things that have come up that we might be able to tell ourselves, all right, these are things that we're probably doing, and so we should expect Zaybra to be our answer to those questions?
Yeah, so one thing we've heard, and this is going to be a large project for Zaybra, but it's going to be a powerhouse. So creating basically a customer portal for Zaybra so that people can log in and they can see their previous invoices, they can see their transactions, whether the payment has failed, they can update their card information, and you can build that. You can tie it in with your website, so it's there as well because there's not a lot of that functionality right now, and that's why a lot of people tend to turn to maybe other payment platforms simply because it's not easy to have that kind of ability with Stripe and HubSpot currently.
Customers expect that now, Jonathan, don't they?
Oh yeah.
It's a
Yep.
thing that they need visibility into and transparency around. We're not issuing receipts here. You're not getting a physical copy of a receipt mailed to you. You're getting a PDF email, or the email itself is a receipt. Nevertheless, that payment history, we all have our bank on our phone, so we can see the payments come through. It makes sense to me that that would be a point of feedback immediately. Love that.
Yep.
Are there
Yep.
any others you
Yep.
want to share with us that that just make a lot of sense that we might be running into?
So right now, we're still kind of scoping out the other ones, kind of seeing, kind of figuring out those a little bit more. So nothing right now.
Great.
But yeah, of course, go follow the A8 Labs LinkedIn and whatnot, and we'll have updates coming out and stuff like that. So
Let's do that now while I say thank you. Want to say thank you, big thank you to Jonathan for being here, sharing Zaybra with us, sharing his insight and feedback already in 3 weeks. I mean, congrats on the launch, I guess, is also in
thank you.
order.
Yeah, thank you.
V2 big launch. Definitely want to get you back on a masterclass and talk about kind of what it means now and if there's any reframing, what that's all about. Is A8 its own? It is. All right, let's make sure that people have the link over in Discord. A8 is its own company on LinkedIn, and that's what you want them to go like.
Correct. Yeah, that's where we will post more updates about Zaybra as well as our other apps and maybe even use cases as we come across those people may find useful with our apps. So
Understood. All right, so that link is over in Discord. I also put it in the chat here. A8 Labs, Jonathan Stevens, thank you so much for all of this. Please go like the LinkedIn. If you're watching and you're watching afterwards, please go like their LinkedIn page. It'll give you access to go find Zaybra and install it if you'd like to play around with it, but also the updates as they update moving forward.
yeah. Oh, that reminds me, one last thing. Zaybra does come with a 7-day free trial, so you're more than welcome to download it, give it a try. Feel free to email me, message me, whatever it is, if you have any questions. 7-day free trial. If you need a couple extra days, talk to us. We're all human. I'm sure we can figure something out. So we're here to help. We're here to help you find a solution. So yeah.
7-day free trial. That makes so much sense. I love when that's a thing so I can go at least play around.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Thanks for being awesome, Jonathan. We love you. Super admins. We'll see you over in the Discord.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Grant.
Yep. Take care.